And a federation that's getting increasingly deep on the right side of your screen will be Adrian Carambula, Mr. Skyball himself. And jump serving is Alex Ranghieri. And on the other side of that, Paolo Nicolai and young Sam Cottafava. A little lefty-lefty battle going on. And there's Alex Ranghieri just making a little gold right there. Not the cleanest of sets, kind of trapped. Hit that cut shot around Nicolai.
Yeah, I mean, that's just amazing ball control right there.
You mentioned that Ranghieri, one of the best athletes in the world, of many tremendous athletes on this Beach Pro Tour. And that right there, it's hard to teach something like that. And there's just a wonderful dig from Adrian Carambula. Here's that fast offense from Cottafava. Just lovely little short poke shot. My goodness. I mean, he has one of the heaviest arms I've ever seen.
Lefties always seem to have that added smoothness.
With the lefty smoothness. But again, there's that kind of Italian signature offense. They just shoot sets, but everything's almost always a little tempo with the Italian Federation. And there is Nicolai. He has so many angles.
I mean, he is as physical as it gets out there. Just can really elevate pike on top of balls.
And there's Adrian Carambula. Don't see him go on too. Ridiculous set coming out of this one. A little jump poke set, but Adrian not fooling Paolo Nick, especially with that jump serve. I believe he still has the record as the fastest serve ever recorded on your boy T. Krabs, actually in Stad. And when he gets it going, it is so difficult, but sometimes he just misses a couple too many.
Jump serves is that you're going to miss a few.
A couple chances, especially if you got a guy like Nicolai with that power. You can't just leave Adrian Carambula back there to just wearing it. That's a really smooth cut shot from Ranghieri.
That's the trouble with the tempo offense, is if big Paolo Nicolai set up in front of you, some of your range is a little bit limited. You see kind of the reverse of that there. Cottafava a chance to set up in front of him, and that opens up the court.
Ranghieri running that exact same fast back set.
And you can see that makes Paolo move just enough to where he can't be as imposing as he might otherwise be.
Beautiful pass on the skyball that time by Cottafava. Wonderful move by Carambula, and that is a heck of a play from Carambula and Ranghieri.
Puts it up in perfect hittable position there, and Ranghieri.
Just such an athletic turn, and here's Carambula. You do not want Adrian Carambula hanging out at the service line for too long. Again, just that fast offense from Cottafava. He really just needs...
This has become more and more of a weapon for him and his team.
More trouble at the service line, and oh dear, watch out below. And Sam Cottafava has a 50-50 swing, and no one's up. Just, well, we'll say that goodness from Cottafava, and we'll just label that pull from Ranghieri as unwise. Oh, and Cottafava, another open net swing. My goodness, and there's that tempo offense.
Couple hitting errors from Ranghieri, and that one there from Carambula, and that accounts for their three-point lead, you would think.
Passes that and is sprinting out in a fadeaway sharp angle.
Maybe he stumped so many volleyballs his hand is dead and there's no sensation left.
Just numb after all that. And there's the hang time that we mentioned from Cottafava. Still finds a way to kind of punch that one around Ranghieri. They won 2 straight medals to end the 2022 season in its fall phase, which is the only time they've ever done that in their careers. And that is a huge swing from Nicolai. Another huge swing from Nicolai, just at the heaviest arms between Nicolai and Cottafava, where we see a little bit more deft and craft from Carambula and Ranghieri. And we're going to give Ranghieri the stat for the kill, even though Nicolai's back in the net. Carambula skyball has been very good in this one, but another well-handled one for Cottafava. Set goes over the net, and somehow he wins the joust. Was that a backwards joust win from Cottafava?
With 2 hands and redirect it.
It looks like such an easy play for the blocker. And then there's a big block for Paolo Nicolai. Big serve, well handled from Nicolai. And that's a really, really nice high swing. I think Paolo Nicolai up there with Robbie Mewson. And the option, no good. Carambula is all over it. Had to go on to Nicolai for the set. And that one goes outside, as you can hear Cottafava, and it'll be Sam Cottafava and Paolo Nicolai with the first set win 21-18 over Alex Ranghieri.
With Paolo Nicolai, and you were almost kind of shocked that Nicolai Lupo split up, and it turns out to be a fantastic decision because Samuel has been a revelation.
And he was busy in warm-ups bouncing it over the stands in Tel Aviv, and I said, okay, noted. And there's a big block from Alex Ranghieri. That's just such a nice high line from Paolo.
Especially when you're running from the left all the way to the right.
Shoot set to the left that time. What a play from Paolo Nicolai. Really smart shot at the net.
Wow, that hit the back of his hands. How wild was that? He kind of pressed.
Elbows over the net and sort of tipped it back with the back of his hand. You don't see that very often. And there is Paolo Nicolai again. As Cottafava and Nicolai, they're not doing anything crazy special to win these points. They're just sort of staying balanced and disciplined. A questionable, puzzling decision, at the very least, that they'd go to Adrian after Alex had given them 2 straight. And that is really big swing. And yep, you had to know that there's going to be a discussion with the ref after that kind of side set from the end line from Cottafava.
His job in sealing the low line.
And there's Nicolai again, really nice press, and the cover is no good from Ranghieri.
You won't see that anywhere on a stat sheet, but that was an unbelievable layout spear from Cottafava.
Oh my goodness, what a sky ball from Adrian. And the redirect, bit of an unlucky break.
Adrian would miss a free ball over the net.
Nice press again from Nicolai. And there is Adrian doing what he does. Hand set in the first ball, but Nicolai and Cottafava, the hustle. Oh my goodness gracious. What else? What else do you want from Cottafava and Nicolai? Are you kidding me? Big serve handled well by Cottafava. Running that nice tempo set to the outside. Punishing that one into the angle. And might have been a miscommunication on defense. It looked like Ranghieri having setting errors. I don't even think it's necessarily a setting error so much as it's a miscommunication of what type of set he is supposed to be setting, as there's clearly a timing issue on that one. And there is Paolo Nicolai, and I think the wheels, they're off.
Staying on task. It's not always easy when, every bounce is going your way and the other team's unraveling a little bit to kind of stay on.
So we'll see if Adrian Carambula and Alex Ranghieri have a little bit of magic left in those blue tops of theirs. But Sam Cottafava, he has just been so smooth and so efficient. And a much-needed, perhaps the first break we have seen go Alex and Adrian's way. Oh my goodness, Sam Cottafava, what a set. And there is Paolo Nicolai again. My goodness. Tough sky ball. Cottafava going with the more conservative bump set, and what a swing.
Yeah, I mean, that set is unbelievable. And, he manages to keep that in front of Paolo Nicolai so Paolo can go in with full momentum and just unleash. Well, we know how talented all of these guys are. We've seen the best of it, and that's just insult to injury, is it not?
The dimple trickle.
Unfortunately, kind of the worst of Adrian and Alex. It's such a cruel mistress at times, this game of beach volleyball, how it can unravel. That barely missed.
But it'll be match point number 2 upcoming. Very much looking like Sam Cottafava and Paolo Nicolai will be moving on. And moving on they are, as Cottafava leaves that sky ball, hugs around for Sam Cottafava and Paolo Nicolai as they look like an absolute buzzsaw.